Hey, Good Lifers. Steve Welty here, CEO of Good Life Property Management. On April 25th, the San Diego City Council preliminarily approved some strict new renter protections. The details have to be ironed out. There's going to be a final vote on May 16th, but I thought it was important enough to bring you the major change that's going to affect all of San Diegans. The biggest part of this new law is going to require landlords who evict a tenant for no fault of their own. So this would be like an owner moving back into their property or an owner selling their property, taking it off the rental market, and you'd have to give the tenant notice to leave. So we're not talking court evictions necessarily. We're just talking giving tenants notice, or let's say you plan to remodel the place substantially and so you want to give tenant notice. It would require, in those cases, to pay renters 2 times the rent in relocation assistance. Okay, so why are they doing this? So there's 2 main reasons. Number one, they feel like rents are too high in San Diego. Most people can agree with that. They've gotten really crazy, as have property values. And 2, they want to make sure renters have adequate protections in place. Also agree. I think most reasonable people can agree with both of those ideals. And so let's look at both. So rents being too high, that's just a factor of supply. So we have to continue to make building more affordable, reduce red tape, reduce time frames for people to be able to get permits. And the local government has made some progress in this area, allowing ADUs and reducing parking restrictions. So I will give them credit. On the other front, making sure renters have adequate protections in place. California is already the most, I guess you call it, tenant-friendly state. If we really want the same things, it just becomes a debate of ideas. And that's what I'm interested in having. And so for me, 2 months rent payments to potentially move back into your home or sell your own home, to relocation assistance for a renter is just not good policy. Essentially what it is it's a penalty for renting your home. And you don't want to penalize the behavior you want to incentivize, right? It will certainly dissuade many people from even renting their home in the first place. How do I know? Because I work with over 1,000 San Diego landlords, and many of them are what we call first-time landlords or even accidental landlords, meaning they didn't mean to rent their home when they bought it. Like they bought it as a house, and then maybe they got a job change or they're deployed in the military, and suddenly something's making them want to rent their home, or maybe they just want to move out of state for a couple of years, but they plan on coming back. If they now have to pay 2 months rent, which can be, $4,000, well, $5,000 to $10,000 and up, a lot of people are going to choose, okay, let me just sell. And that's going to further reduce the supply of rental properties on the market and hurt the people that this bill is designed to protect. So that's why I'm passionate about this. I'm for common sense restrictions, and sometimes legislation gets proposed or passed that just I feel is not a good idea. And so we have to speak up as constituents when we see these bills that we disagree with, or at least parts of the bills. And so here's the exciting part, is you can really make a difference. And let me tell you how. When I first heard about this bill, it was literally 4 days before the vote, and I'm in the housing industry, so likely you had never heard about it until maybe watching this video or you saw an article in the paper. Oh, I went online, read it, I'm like, okay, some of this I could potentially see or understand, but the 2 months rent, or 3 months actually if the renter is disabled, or I think a senior citizen potentially, is just going to be so distasteful to so many that they'll choose not to rent the house. And so I called up Jennifer Campbell, my district representative, and the cool thing about calling your district representative is someone actually picks up the phone. I've done it many times, and they take what you have to say. And a lot of times they're smart, and they'll talk to you about the issue, and they'll take your feedback, and they say they pass it on to the representative. So that took maybe, I had maybe a 10-minute call with this gentleman at Jennifer Campbell's office, and then I shot her an email as well. And so fast forward to the day of the vote, I read the UT article, and it says the city council voted 8-1. I'm like, okay, who's the one? Jennifer Campbell. And as you'll see in the article, it says that she voted no because so many of her constituents said they didn't want this. And so that was a big win for representative democracy, and actually got me really excited to talk to you guys about this issue, because there might be some of you out there that think this is a great idea, and there might be some of you that think this is a really bad idea, and there's probably a lot of people in between. But whatever it is, getting involved at the local level is really important, even if it's just a 2-minute email, and we'll include links below so you can find your district representative and just shoot them a quick email. Say thanks to Jennifer Campbell if you like it, tell her you don't like it if you don't like it, or find your district representative where either you live or you own rental property, and let them know what you think. Or if you're a renter and you have an opinion on it, let them know what you think. This is really our government and our democracy. And so Please make your voice be heard before the final vote on May 16th. I can't promise it will do anything, but at least according to the bill. But what it will do is elevate the conversation and maybe give people the experience I had of really getting involved. And it really doesn't take much time, and letting people know how you feel on important issues. Because if you're a San Diego rental owner, you're really a housing provider in our community. You're providing a very noble and needed service to families, and it's extremely important, and it should be protected for future generations. So let's do our part to make San Diego a better place for everyone. Thanks so much.